As we celebrate Black History Month, we are highlighting people making a difference here in our state.
And Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Shante Passmore introduces us to a man who is trying to end gun violence.
He's held countless rallies, vigils across the state.
They can change the city because they inherit the city.
Chaz Carman is the driving force behind Ice the Beef, which aims to end gun violence based in New Haven. In 2020, police reported close to 275 shots were fired. The president tells me the group uses the arts to uplift children while advocating their decisions in life matters, no matter their zip code.
We have to make sure that the younger generation have an opportunity to make good decisions. When you're living in poverty, you're living in the inner city, you're living in the hood, it's not a lot of hope.
The opportunities are also fewer.
At the time he met me, I would consider myself a high risk.
Manuel Camacho, 16, met Carman at a time when all he witnessed was violence and crime. Right when Camacho could have fallen into the wrong lifestyle, Carman fed Camacho's interests in politics. Then there's Elaine Lester.
I want to be where everybody told me I couldn't.
The 20-year-old didn't always have this swagger. When she met Carman at 14, she didn't have an adult figure in her life. For some kids, the 43-year-old is more than a mentor. He's like a father.
Perhaps the reason Carman does so well with these kids is because he's relatable. He's been in their shoes. His mission is to guide these kids away from the pitfalls that claim so many living in the inner cities.
The Elm City native knows a thing or two about decisions, good and bad.
When I was young, I sold drugs and ran around in the neighborhoods. Yeah, I was wilding out.
A job at a YMCA literally became his get-out-of-jail card.
I was going to court, and I actually said, you know, God, if you real, get me out of this one.
A stop inside the club landed him employment where he ran the game room. Eventually, it dawned on him. If he wanted to steer kids from trouble, he too needed to stay out of it. It served as his training ground working with kids before he ran Ice the Beef. Only this nonprofit operates on Carman's dime. And because of COVID, the group can't rely on facilities owned by the city to meet the kids. In fact, we borrowed this studio to do our interview. Tenacity is something the New Haven man can teach kids, as he's still in the middle of the lesson himself.
If you stick in there, and you don't quit and you don't give up, you will find out that a lot of those experiences were meant for something in the future.
Shante Passmore, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.